Hello! Welcome to my ghost walkthrough of Ravensreach. This is a new mission that came out only a few weeks ago, and it's really wonderful. If you haven't had a chance to play it yet, I highly encourage you to do that before watching any further, because this mission is full of surprises, and I don't want to spoil any of those for you. With that out of the way, let's begin, and let's read the briefing. Keepers. I can't seem to avoid them no matter how hard I try. It took all my patience to get some sense out of the man. It seems the Keeper's prophecies speak of another dangerous book, one that they've tasked me to recover, for a price of course. Some years ago, 3 brothers got their hands on the Book of Thorn, a volume of blood magic and one of the sister tomes to the Book of Ash. Deep in their ancestral mountain fastness of Ravensreach, the brothers argued and fought over who should get to use the book's unholy powers. Reaching a stalemate, they locked the book away, deep beneath their stronghold, and agreed that none of them would act until the others were dead. There the brothers and their retinues remained, each locked in his own part of the fortress, each plotting to outlive his fellows and secure the book, while to the outside world, the fortress of Ravensreach became known as a haunted place, dared by none. Recently, a party of heroic adventurers, led by the celebrated knight, Sir Haldern Redcloak, vowed to rid the fortress of its evil presence. For the Keepers, whether they succeed or fail is of little consequence. What matters is that the Book of Thorn doesn't come to light and begin spreading its corrupting influence once more. My task is to follow Sir Haldern's trail and recover the Book of Thorn before it's unearthed by less careful hands than mine. Alright. Locate and recover the Book of Thorn from the vaults beneath the Ravensreach fortress. Haldern Redcloak and his band of adventurers have not returned from this haunted place. See if you can discover what happened to them. Optional. The Keepers are paying you well for recovering the Book of Thorn, but that's no reason not to grab a little extra for yourself. Ransack the fortress and acquire 2200 worth of loot. When you have what you came for, leave the fortress alive. I'm gonna get this ex-servant's tip. An ex-servant of Ravensreach claims to have insider info, and I don't really need anything else. So let's make a real save. And take a look at the map, which is pretty detailed as far as the fortress's outside areas go, and it even has another map feature highlighting the ledge we're on right now, so we're currently stationed here. But I'm not gonna be using the map all that much in this mission, because its layout is pretty clear and intuitive. The only thing worth pointing out here is how the 3 main sections of the fortress are color-coded, so you have a blue emblem for the east halls, a red one for the library, and a green one for the caves. It'll become relevant a little later. Let's read the ex-servant's tip. Once the brothers started fighting, I got out of there before I fell victim to one of their plots. But I can tell you of the brothers. Edwin, the eldest brother, locked himself away in the library to study the necromantic arts. He wanted to use the book to resurrect their dead sister Leonora. Grief had driven him mad. Tristan, the second brother, was vain and cruel. He worshipped a spider goddess from out of the Underrealm and dabbled into breeding monsters. Imred, the youngest brother, delved into natural sciences, intent on finding a way to extend his mortal life through some alchemical means. After the pact, I saw little of him, for he locked himself in his apartments with his experiments. You can already hear some spiders. That's something we're gonna have to deal with pretty soon. And here is the fortress's main gate. And to open it, I have to climb this. And flip a lever. And we're in. My lords, another of them ghoulish creatures came sniffing and skulking round the gate tonight. I never seen so many corpse-eaters this far from a battlefield. 'Tis that damnable book drawing them close. Hark me, you'd all be well shot of it. I've been gatekeeper here for more years than I can count, even back to your grandfather's day, but I told myself if I see one more ghoul, I'd get gone, and to that I hold. Consider this my resignation. I hope you come to some accord and rid yourselves of that book. Your father would have burnt it. He never truckled to know ill-favored magic. Former gatekeeper Horace. and here is where the adventurers made their camp. Here is a book called Adventurers' Records, and I'm not gonna read it, but its purpose is to list the adventurers and tell you how many of them are in total, so 6. This way you can keep track of which ones you found. Let's drop this back. And here is a door with a blue emblem. We can't unlock it, and we don't have any lockpicks in this mission at all, but this would then lead to the east halls. And I'm gonna use the door to get out of the east halls once we're done with that area. Here's our first secret. Here's the mask, worth 50, and the letter. Dorian, hope you enjoyed the wine. The drought of living death should wear off before the candle burns out. Gatekeeper Mervin's death mask hid your features, though the junior gatekeepers were only too happy to entomb you in his stead. I threw the old boy off the cliff in the night. The wolves should take care of what's left of him, while you enjoy your last few breaths sealed inside his tomb. I wanted you to know it was me, but I don't think I'll grant you the satisfaction of telling you why. See you in hell. 1. Here is one of the ways we can get underground, this big staircase room. Not gonna go there just yet. And here's one of those ghouls that the gatekeeper was writing about. They look pretty big and intimidating, but you can actually take them out quite easily. One backstab and one more swing of the sword. That's all that's needed. Already we are making interesting discoveries here. As we suspected, the superstitions of the common folk have kept looters away from this place, even though its owners must surely be dead and gone by now. Many of the buildings within the compound are locked, but I have discovered several interesting works of art and moldering tapestries already. No magical aura, and many are too damaged to retain any financial worth, so my companions quickly lost interest and went to make camp in one of the other rooms. I shall venture a little further tonight, for I sense a wealth of history within these walls. An interesting bit of trivia about the paintings. All of them in this mission were made by an AI. And you could argue about the quality of the paintings themselves, but it's a cool idea, and they do look appropriately alien, which I think fits the tone of this mission perfectly. Here's another door with a blue emblem. And you could close the gate, you could leave it open, it doesn't matter, and you'll see why later. Here's a goblet, and a couple crates of soulfire candles. And I can show you what soulfire candles are by accessing another secret here. There we go, here is our second secret, pair of coins here, total 85, and these are soulfire candles. You can pinch them out, but they will relight themselves in about 15 seconds, so you can never put them out permanently, which I think is really cool. Up here we can access the third secret. Stack of gold coins. And here we have a door with a green emblem, and over there is a door with a red emblem, so these would lead to the caves and the library respectively. here. Let's head to the attic first. And here we have our first dead adventurer, Various the Rogue. You have to probe each corpse for this objective to check off. Near this guy have 2 pieces of loot. And there is our 4th secret. Stack of coins in a money box. Total 270. So this place can be a little tricky to pass because it's lit. A safer way would be to do this. There's a gold nugget. Under the staircase is a statue. And on the crate here is a silver nugget, total 435. Here is one more way underground. Let's first head out here. Got 2 gems. And here is the Shrine of Peace, and we can get the Rune of Water from here. There are 4 runes in this mission. I'm gonna need to find all of them to access the book, and the 3 other runes are found in those color-coded areas. Here's another way to enter this staircase room. Can't go this way. And here is our second dead adventurer, Salandra the Ranger, and he has a purse. And this door is the 3rd and final way underground. Here is our 3rd dead adventurer, Jor Silverton the Bard, and he has a valuable harp. He also has a journal. Looks like he was trying to write a song. Not gonna read it. And to quickly show you, this will take us back to this room. And this is the bottom of this staircase. Here is a crystal chunk, total 628. And at this point we're pretty much done with the fortress's hub area. So each of those 3 color-coded areas are accessed from this giant stairwell room. So let's make a real save here. And let's head into the first one, the East Halls, the domain of Prince Tristan, and his army of spiders. And we're gonna encounter some new enemies here. First of all, the big brown spiders. If you kill them, they will spawn 3 small spiders. So it's not entirely without consequence. These guys are just cultists. They are regular humans, so you can knock them out if you want. And the small brown spiders are pretty much your regular sewer spiders, with one catch. You can never get rid of them all. Whenever you kill one, new ones will spawn from the spider nest up there. And they'll keep coming until you destroy it with a fire arrow. I'm gonna douse a torch here to get the loot on the altar. You can get it without dousing the torch, but waiting for an opening here can take quite a while. And here is Sir Haldern himself. And here are some spider eggs. If you destroy them or just step on them, we will also spawn small spiders. And further up here, I have the biggest spider in this mission. This one acts like a spider beast from Thief 1. It'll shoot magic missiles and webs at you, and it's also very hard to kill. We have to flip a lever behind it, which will open a door up there, and I'm also gonna use a rope arrow to actually get to the door. Because we can't use the stairs, the spider will see us. Now, I suggest saving here, because getting down from this wood beam can be very inconsistent. Sometimes you'll make noise, and sometimes you won't. I have no idea why. So now we're in the East Halls proper. And in this room there is nothing of value, but we have the statue of the spider goddess they worship. Silicanthi. That's the best pronunciation of that name you're gonna get out of me. That way, we have a staircase, which I'm not gonna use for now. Instead, I wanna rope up here. There's a coin stack in a chest, and up on the rafters here, we have another secret. You have to pick up one of these items for it to register, so I'll just get a fire arrow. This room is very difficult to pass because of that cultist, but we don't actually have to go in here, so I'll just read this note and then reload. My acolytes, have a care when lighting the torches. Be ever vigilant that you keep naked flames well away from the nests. Anyone acting without due caution on fire lighting duty will be sacrificed to the Brood Mother. The Lady of Eight will not look kindly on the souls of those who endangered her young in life, Prince Tristan. So that's a hint to how you can destroy the nests. And speaking of which, there is another one. So if you want to get rid of the spiders in this area, you have to destroy that one. And we can also access another secret here. Getting through this window can be a little tricky. Here we go. Right now we are right above where we started the mission. And on this ledge we have a purse. Total 988. Now these guys are some kind of human spider hybrids. You can knock them out quite easily, but if you get into a fight with one, they can pretty much one-shot you, at least an expert. They hit really hard. Over here we have a rune, the Rune of Air. And I'm gonna make a save here. I'll call it Spider, and I'll explain later why I need this save. Here we have 2 more gems. Necklace on the bed, and the journal. Where my brethren fail, I shall succeed. Imrit has infected himself with a rot that grows outward from his diseased mind. Alive he may be, but no longer himself. Such folly, and all for naught. Edwin searches ever darker sermons amongst the old tomes in the library. His leechcraft has ruined him to massacre his own followers in ritual slaughter, only to raise their unquiet spirits to do his bidding. Still he remains obsessed with Leonora, but her dear sister has long gone to her rest. I fear he is quite mad. Meanwhile, I, Tristan the Prince in Blue, remain faithful to my Dark Lady, Silicanthe the Spider Queen. She alone can grant me the powers to overcome my brothers and claim the Book of Thorn. Here is the blue gem key. This will unlock all those doors with the blue emblem on them. Also have 2 statues and a goblet here, total 1188. We, the venom-struck acolytes, we are survivors. We are the faithful who were found worthy. We who have been through the torment of the fire in the blood and emerged stronger, our skin scarred and our minds cleansed. We are the wearers of the black mask, our tongues cut out and our lips sewn shut, so that they might never speak out against all-seeing Silicanthe. We are the gravekeepers, guardians of the charnel house of our interred brethren, those judged by the Lady of Eight and found wanting. We serve a prince unquestioningly in all things until death takes us. In the silken hereafter, forever shall we serve the crawling queen, each reborn as one of her scuttling spawn. That's kinda creepy. Here is the staircase I mentioned earlier. And now we can get out of here. So each time you go through one of the fortress's main areas, new enemies will spawn in the hub. So now we have some cultists here, and the more you play the mission, the more crowded this area will become. So now we need to head back underground and enter the second area, which would be the library. Right, let's save it here. And to gain access to the library, I'm gonna have to solve a puzzle here. Which is pretty simple, but it takes a while, even if you know what you're doing. This skull operates 4 doors in this room, but you can only have one open at a time. So first we need to open this one. And flip a lever here. This will open the way to the second floor. Next, need to open this door. And head upstairs. This is what we opened with that lever. This skull will remove the 2 particle barriers on the first floor, so now we have more options for moving around. Next, we need to open that door. And flip a lever inside. I'll show you what it does in just a moment. Finally, I need to open that door. So this is what we opened with the lever. Now we rub this, and we're done. The final particle barrier has now disappeared. This will be our way forward. First, let's grab some loot down here. Vase, plate, goblet, and a secret artifact up here. Total 1373. now we're in the library, and we're gonna have another new enemy here, ethereal apparitions. They're kinda hard to see, but they act just like normal apparitions. They'll shoot skulls at you, and you can also kill them quite easily. They have less HP than normal apparitions, so actually one backstab is enough. In the red brick area here, you have 2 gems. There's a coin stack here. And in the green brick area, we have the staircase. Under it is a statue. There is also a ring in this chest, total 1603. Piercing the Veil, the notes of Jamelahad the Skinwalker. Gateways to Fairy, a study of stone circles. Okay, I'm gonna make another save here. I'll call it Library. And once again, I'll explain the purpose of that save a little later. Here is a purse. And here is another dead adventurer, Arcanum the Mage. On this floor, we're gonna get a rune, but we'll do that on the way out. Let's first head upstairs. Now here, you can actually be spotted from the first floor by apparitions. Here is the red gem key and the letter. Leonora, my love, how distant your stare has become. Your hands like eyes cleft in breathless repose, your porcelain face an image of silence. I weep and beg, but my pleas fall hollow into the void. An ecstasy of suffering splattering wasted into the mists between the worlds. Leonora, Leonora, I will find you in the shadow veil, and we shall be reunited once more. Your innocence too precious a light to be snuffed. I will not permit such cruelty to take root in this world so blackly shadowed without you. No bargain or treacherous ritual is so profane as to hold me back from finding you. I will find you, Leonora, I will. Your loving brother, Edwin. Now, on the bookcase here, there is a valuable book, but trying to get it from here is quite risky, and I'll show you a better way. Here we have a candlestick and a goblet. And 2 more pieces of loot on the skeleton here. Litany of the Sacrificed. Come, restless souls of hatred and malice. Come, wretched ghosts of denied vengeance. Come, wild echoes of murdered innocence. Come forth from thy black chasm, through void and deep rock and worm-haunted soil. Come to me, I bid thee. Come to me in fetters of bondage. Come to me in grey rags mouldering. Come to me from the oily shadows of thy forgotten tombs. Come to me with the wrath of untold years. Come to me in squirming, riddled putrescence. Come to me seething in a boiling inferno of hate. For I will have your servitude, in death as in life. Let's wait for an apparition to pass through here. There we go. Now we can grab that book I showed you. And here is a good place to gauge this hunt. Obviously he has to be facing that way for us to grab the rune. And there is another valuable book here. Total 2103. Now be careful going out here, because there is another apparition who has spawned. And back on the ground we go. Did I get spotted there? Let's save it here. Sepulchrum Sarcine. Beware if thou enter with a greedy heart. Thy avarice shall be thine undoing. So we have another puzzle before we can move on to the last area. Let's first grab the two goblets here. And we have two particle bridges here, and two buttons that can move them around. All you need to do for the first phase is to move the blue one twice. Now we can lower this ladder, and a quick solution for the second phase is to move the purple one 4 times, and the blue one 2 more times. You can lower a ladder here as well, but there is no need. The final phase just involves some platforming, and I just missed my ride. There we go, total 2468 and no metal loot goal. Okay, I'm gonna save it here. I'll call this one Kitchen.
We birth in our new flesh.
And we have another new enemy here, the Mushroom Man. These guys are also regular humans, so you can knock them out quite easily. But be careful with them, because they have a ranged attack where they belch gas at you, just like barracks. And also when you knock one out, this happens. In the kitchen, we have 2 pieces of loot.
The harmony is
disturbed.
3 more pieces of loot here, total 2678.
Are we
here,
joined?
have to first head down this tunnel.
nothing but us.
Something
And meet another new enemy, the Mushroom Giant. These guys are based off of tree beasts, and I have to say I don't have too much experience with gauging tree beasts' alert states, so as long as they don't move, I think I'm good. But if I see them shift in their position, I'll consider it a bust. Rune chamber, so this is where we're gonna find our final rune. There we go, the rune of Earth. There is nothing else in the rest of the mushroom tunnels,
We birth in
our new flesh.
so now we can start climbing this structure.
To me.
The door over there will take us to the exact same room
We find
nothing.
as this door, and this is a better way of entering it. And here we have a gold candlestick.
Another.
we are alone. We are. Are we joined? We are.
So these guys' voices and footstep sounds are taken from System Shock 2, I believe. It's been a while since I played that game. I actually prefer the first one.
Something
Out of place. Nothing but us.
And here we have 2 plates.
Are we joined? We are alone.
We're gonna have to wait for this guy again.
new flesh. Something.
Out of place. Nothing but us.
Maria, Imred has gone quite mad. He has ingested the spores we collected and convinced all of his followers to do the same. I only pretended to swallow my dose of the foul elixir and thank the builder I did. Already my former friends appear listless and somehow changed, their skin taken on a waxy sheen that was not present before. I feel like the one sane man in a castle of the mad. I must get out of here. The other brothers will not take me in. My only option is to run. I shall dare the main gate after nightfall and make my way back to the village to find you. If all goes well, this letter should arrive some days before me. Ever your beloved, Jarek.
We are, we are, we are.
We are. Our eyes.
Eyes are open.
In this room there is another mushroom giant. There's also a tiara here, and our last dead adventurer. Olger the priest. So now we have completed this. Light, light from within and from without. I am a mote, glowing, radiant and infinitesimal. I feel a warmth of skin on skin upon my neck. I begin to understand the accession of Prince Imred. There is a relief in the strangeness of my sight. I am changing, becoming. I see from 1,000 vantage points, see into flesh and darkness, and now in burrowing brightness deep within myself. Self, what a foolish one-dimensional notion. I am more, I am becoming. The unbearable light, light of 1,000 eyes. Soon the glory of it all will be in me, and burning away what is me to join with the harmony of brightness and warm flesh. I am becoming. I feel with tendrils deep beneath the earth, the warmth and light embracing cold soil, uplifting it into something beautiful. If only the others could know this exquisite sense memory. I shall sleep, and when I awake, I will be no more, but we shall be brightness and beauty. How nice of him to document the process of changing into a mushroom person. Here we also have a necklace, total 3018. Okay, good.
The harmony is.
Disturbed.
I'm not sure I can do this right now.
We are, we are,
We are. We are.
I'm actually gonna have to wait for that other patroller to come back here.
we are, we are.
We are. We are.
This is not a perfect shadow, but you should be good in this spot. So this guy can be a little tricky.
Are we
You
joined?
have to get lucky with his face and angles.
We are alone.
In here are two goblets and the green gem key. Behind him are also two coin stacks.
The harmony is.
Disturbed.
There we go, total
We
3065.
are alone. Something.
Out of place.
And now we can get out of here. So one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that the three factions don't really like each other. And the more of them spawn around here, the greater are the chances of them infighting, as you can see over there. They also don't like the ghouls, and will kill any they discover around here. So we have to go back underground one last time. Okay, good. So these statues, don't worry about them. Over here I have a coin pair, total 3085, and that's all the loot in the mission. Alright, let's make our last real save here. Vault of Thorns. The red prince holds the rune of fire. The blue prince holds the rune of air. The green prince holds the rune of earth. The rune of water is held in the Shrine of Peace beneath the gatehouse. Well, we have all 4 runes already. There we go. Book of Thorn. Our main objective. So all we have to do now is to get out. We can read the book. Kinda. And now those statues I've pointed out have come to life. So these guys you can't blackjack, obviously, but you can still backstab them. So it's not like they are made entirely out of stone. It's more like they have stone skin. So let's make our way back to the gate. And the gate is closed. What's going on? It looks like there was a three-way fight here. Alright, the lever is dismantled. Let's see what this says. Arise, Spirit of Anger. Take the key and lock the side gate after the library. Go forth to the gatehouse and destroy the levers, that none may leave. Go to the lower floors of the library and guard the key to the side gate. This I, Edwin, the Red Prince, do command. Okay, so this is where those saves I made come into play. We have to find the key to get out, and in this case it's on the lower floors of the library. However, each time you play the mission, its location will be different, and this readable will also change depending on that. So if it says that the key is found in the Spider Shrine, you're gonna find it in this room. It'll be right here. If it says the key is in the kitchen, you'll find it in this room, and it'll be on the table. The library one is actually the best one to get, because our escape route is also in the library. So let's head back there. Now, there is another way to finish the mission, which doesn't require that key at all. It's a bit obscure, but nevertheless intended, and I'll leave that one for you to discover on your own. So when the readable says the key is on the lower floors of the library, it'll be right here. Library, side door key. And here is the side door itself. And we're done. Right, mission complete. In 46 minutes, 4 seconds, we found all the loot, 3085, and found all 7 secrets. Really cool mission. Usually in missions of this type, you would have a sizable human-inhabited area before you get to the parts that are haunted or inhabited by monsters. But in this mission, you just get into the weirdness right away, and it's really refreshing. Speaking of the missions of the former type, next time I'm gonna play Ominous Bequest, which is the one I wanted to revisit for a while now, to see if it's as good as I remember. So that'll be interesting. For now though, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and take care.